This is the tragic and heartbreaking story of Rachel Tussey, 47-year-old mom and wife from Ohio. Rachel Tussey was also a content creator on TikTok, currently with over 75,000 followers. Recently, she had been posting videos about how excited she was to get a mommy makeover, which is basically a tummy tuck. She did a lot of research and decided to go with Dr. Torque, based in Montgomery, Ohio. Rachel documented her surgery on her TikTok platform, and on the day of pre-op, she posted a video talking about how she was feeling. She seemed nervous, she became emotional twice, and she did ask for prayers. Some now saying that could have been her sign.
Okay, here it is. It's my turn. Please pray. I know it's going to be great, and I've waited a really long time for this. I'm in good hands. I know God's got my back, and let's do this.
Then, on March 3rd, her husband made a TikTok video stating devastating news. Her husband mentioned that he was told the surgery went really well and that he and Rachel could go to the recovery room. When he was there, Rachel seemed fine. She was talking, she touched his arm, she knew he was there. And then one of the nurses came in to manage Rachel's pain. She started mumbling, and then all of a sudden, her face turned white. The nurses had given her a combination of pain medications, including 150 micrograms of Fent. Rachel went unresponsive, and her husband said that there was absolutely no urgency from the nurses. They did not call 911, they just attempted to give her Narcan, and there was no improvement. The nurses attempted a second dose of Narcan, which also did nothing, so they paged the doctor to ask him what to do next, when they should have called 911. Eventually, the nurses did call 911. At that point, she was transferred from the surgery center to the hospital, and the doctors informed her husband that she was brain dead because she had gone without oxygen for more than 6 minutes. On March 5th, her husband made the devastating decision to move her off of life support. She entered hospice care, and on March 17th, 2026, the family's lawyer confirmed that Rachel had officially passed away from further complications due to the surgery. Her family believes that the cause of her death was due to the high dose of pain medication that she had received. Rachel leaves behind 3 children and her husband. There is a GoFundMe for Rachel and her family. I will link it for you in the comment section if you want to show some support.
Okay, I have major updates in the Rachel Tussey case, the woman who had the mommy makeover and documented it and sadly passed away a few days ago afterwards. Today, her surgeon held a press conference with his attorney where they revealed they're suing the surgery center and the anesthesiology group that took care of Rachel. He said during the 9-hour surgery there were no complications, and he actually went into details on how much was given by the anesthesia provider and how much was given after.
The level of speed of narcotics administered during Rachel's recovery were extraordinary and dangerous. During her entire 9-hour surgery, Rachel only received 100 micrograms of fentanyl and 0.5 milligrams of Dilaudid over 9 hours. In recovery, she was given 150 micrograms of fentanyl and the same amount of Dilaudid in just minutes.
Then he goes on to discuss what I think is the biggest bombshell of the whole thing.
To be clear, hospital testing has confirmed that Rachel did not suffer pulmonary embolism or fat embolism. Her respiratory failure was a direct result of narcotic over-administration during her immediate recovery period.
The press conference was actually pretty long, but he goes on to say that he felt the anesthesiologist should have been there, and it was her responsibility to be there in the immediate post-operative recovery area. He was actually gone and got the phone call when it happened, and he said he was only 2 to 3 miles away, and he made it back before EMS did. So this was pretty shortly after the surgery is what it sounds like. I pulled this directly from the American Society of Anesthesiologists.
Rachel Tussey, the sweet lady who had the mommy makeover and ended up passing away, her surgeon is suing the surgical center. I do not know how I feel about this, but he is plainly stating that he feels as though they gave her a lethal dose of pain medication and that they are the ones that should be held accountable, and he is doing a lawsuit. Rachel's lawyers state they are still in the investigation stage. They want to hold everybody accountable that took place in this. But yeah, how do y'all feel about this? The actual surgeon is suing the surgical center. Also, she did not have an autopsy.